Salvete omnes, I'm Emilia, also known as TheMartianGeek, and welcome back to another episode of Plants vs. Zombies. In the last episode, we showed off the endless versions of both puzzle modes, as well as what survival mode is like. I also did some off-camera Zen Garden maintenance, so that's why we have more fertilizer than we had before. And more money. And the garlic is bigger. So at this point, I've pretty much shown off everything the game has to offer as far as gameplay goes, but we do still have a few unanswered questions. And since we're gonna have to replay 80% of the game anyway to figure out what's up with this mysterious zombie silhouette here, let's go for some achievements, shall we? Here are all the ones that we can do. Some of them are just flat out of my reach because I don't feel like taking the time to deal with them. China Shop, get to a streak of 15 in Vase Breaker Endless? I don't think so. A few of them are more manageable, though. So, let's see what we can do. Actually, there's something I need to explain about redoing Adventure Mode after you've already beaten it. We get a message from Crazy Dave. Man, those zombies just keep it coming. This time around, I want to pick some seeds for you. I choose these 3. So yeah, second time through, we have Crazy Dave picking 3 random plants for us, which more often than not is just kind of annoying. But fortunately, we have 9 seed slots, and I guess these aren't too bad as far as choices go. It's kind of moot for this level, though, because we want to complete a daytime level without using anything except coffee beans and mushrooms. So we'll pick those. Actually, put that in order. And why not? We'll go with that. Obviously, the easiest level to do this on is 1-1, because it's just the easiest level in general, and we only have basic zombie types to worry about. This can actually be pretty tough, though. You really can't depend on getting sun from things you've planted very much. I like to plant the fume shrooms to keep the zombies busy because they still only cost 0. I also like to use scaredy shrooms because they're cheap. They basically turn into worse pea shooters. In fact, I'm not even sure if I should plant any sun shrooms until I have a full column of scaredy shrooms. And I'm gonna, thanks to their range issue, I'm gonna go ahead and just plant them all the way in the back and put the sun shrooms here. So that, since we're just dealing with basic zombies, that should be good enough. Yeah, go ahead, eat the fume shrooms. For all I care, they're expendable. Okay, where's the next one gonna come from? There. And here you see the problem. We don't have enough sun for the coffee bean. This would be another good occasion for the imitator. Though I'm actually not sure if an imitator coffee bean still counts as something other than a coffee bean. It might. Come on, just need 1 more. 2 more. Actually, that was probably not the best idea. That row might actually be forfeit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, come on. You got this. Okay. Now we can start planting our sun producers. And actually, we might be fine as it is. Now that we have enough. Now that we have a scaredy shroom for each row. Or each column. No, I was right the first time. Each row. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother with the coffee, putting the coffee beans on the fume shrooms. A huge wave of zombies is approaching, and I only have one projectile for each row. That's lovely. Come on, coffee beans. I'm actually not sure why I'm even planting the second row of, or column of scaredy shrooms. Yeah, you may have to use some lawnmowers in this one. But I suppose that's what they're there for, and it's not like this is a regular part of the game. Okay, well, let's get that there. I don't remember 1-1 having 2 flags. Is that because it's the second time around? It must be. Keep that zombie busy. Just need a lot more coffee beans. A whole lot more coffee beans. I wonder if I should actually start copying the second column of scaredy shrooms and might as well at least get one column of sun producers. Unless, well, it had to be done. Like I said, thank goodness daytime levels already give you sun, or we'd really be in trouble. But we should be okay from here on out, maybe? Here, eat that. Well, now we're making some decent sun, at least. Uh-oh. And the scaredy shroom doesn't have to worry about the zombie, because it's asleep. Dang it, I think now might be a good time for that ice shroom. Oh, right! Well, this is annoying. Bit of a sticky wicket here. I'm starting to run out of... Yeah. Yeah, this is tough. Quite honestly. And that's probably not going to work because they're too close. Yep. Maybe I should actually put the coffee bean on the ice shroom, in fact. I'm just gonna consider that row forfeit and let them have the lawnmower. I don't even know what to use that on. Get another one of these here. Well, there, at least we have 2 full columns of our offensive plants. Oh, no we don't. Okay, can we get that off before it's too late? Come on, son. Come on, son. Okay, so I'll let the lawnmower take care of those, I guess. Oh well! We still made it. And there we go. Achievement unlocked! Good morning! Complete a daytime level by planting only mushrooms and coffee beans. So, that was kind of stressful, but we did it. Anyway, moving on. Okay, before we move on, I should probably mention something. While replaying the levels, I decided to farm some extra money. So I bought out most of Crazy Day's shop. Of course, I also, in the process, discovered that the 3 random plant mechanic is actually really annoying when you're trying to come up with a certain strategy for something such as farming money, so I grinded a bunch more money with less stand and got the 10th seed slot. And we still have more stuff to buy. But we're gonna worry about that probably last. The point is, we have another achievement to go for. This time, we want to complete a daytime pool level without planting any peas. Which, let me just say, this is not even in the same ballpark compared to the coffee bean one as far as difficulty goes. Sure, it's a shame that we can't actually use this snow pea, but we can use all the catapult plants we want. We can use all the spike weeds we want, garlic, coffee beans, mushrooms. There are honestly a lot of things we can use that aren't peas. So obviously we want lily pads and sunflowers. And might as well show off what the cattail does. And we'll see if we can get some money here. Maybe I can show off my money farming strategy too. Actually, I don't know if that's gonna work. I need one more. I told you the random plant mechanic was annoying. Give me a minute here. Okay, that's a little more usable. So we need those, we want these, want that, and cattail. And that's probably good. Didn't get a potato mine in there, unfortunately. But oh well. So what I like to do is use garlic to restrict the zombies to only 4 of the rows, which frees up extra space for marigolds. And I'm gonna have to... Yeah. We even have an upgrade plant for the catapult. Yeah, basically the cabbage pults will be our pea shooters. Half the fire rate, twice the damage. Thank goodness this is a daytime stage. Oh, that could be a problem. Come on, sun. Beautiful, glorious sun. I think that's still enough time, given that as far as I know, these do damage to zombies at exactly the same rate as the pea shooters. Because like I said, it's half the fire rate but twice the damage. So we're good on all the non-pool rows. Can't really plant... Actually, in fact, I was supposed to put garlic on the top and the bottom. Whoops. Now I need another cabbage pulp because that guy's tougher. Yeah, potato mine would have been useful. I'm actually going to go ahead and start planting the marigolds because they don't exactly have the best recharge time. It's not terrible, it's not the worst, but it's still kinda slow. Also, since it's a daytime level, hopefully we'll have enough spare sun for getting rid of these plants that I put in the wrong place. Let's put another marigold down. So we don't have any pole vaulters in this level. Let's see, that goes there. See, they're not gonna... I don't have to put any offensive plants in the top and bottom rows because we have garlic blocking them. And I like to put 2 of them there just for the sake of safety. Oh! Oh dear. That wasn't supposed to happen. That's a complete waste of like 300 sun, but I was totally not paying attention to that row, and it cost me. So what we're supposed to be doing... Whoops, not that. That was also very close. Let's see. Want some spikeweeds there. Actually, I did that wrong. I was supposed to have a tall nut hereabouts. Oops. Keep clicking on the wrong thing. Yeah, we'll get rid of this extra tall nut here eventually. Yeah, this is how you don't do my strategy because I kind of messed it up. But hopefully between now and the second wave you can get more of an idea what I'm talking about. Put another marigold down here. That. Let's actually get rid of the spikeweed that I put too far back, because that's where a tall nut is supposed to go. More marigolds. Now actually seems like a decent time for some cattails. So cattails aren't at maximum efficiency in this stage because there are no balloon zombies, and that's what they're best at taking out. But they're kind of like a cross between a cactus and a repeater. They shoot these thorns in pairs of 2. And the thorns are homing, and they'll also pop balloons. In fact, I think they actually prefer to target balloon zombies over everything else. And if we can get another one over here. I could have shown off the imitator too, but I didn't have enough slots, and I'm not really sure what I'd use it for in this case. We can start getting some melon pulps out as well. So once I have 5 sunflowers on the top row and 5 on the bottom, that's when I start swapping out my sunflowers. Of course, the tall nuts are a good defense, and the spike weeds are a good source of damage that the zombies can't actually do much about. It works better with some snow peas here, but I think you get the point. Also, since we can't put spike weeds in the pool, it helps to have some extra tall nuts in there. Unless it's a nighttime stage and you're using fume shrooms, in which case it still helps, but just not as much. So there we go. We didn't plant a single pea plant. And had the level gone on longer, I would have started swapping out sunflowers for marigolds. But anyway, we got don't pee in the pool. So, moving on. And now for something completely different, and it's not a man with 3 buttocks. This time we have to get 8,000 sun in a single level. And obviously we want to use the least sun possible for our offense and defense, and fit it into the least space too, because that means the less space we use, the more we have for sunflowers. Crazy Dave was actually nice enough to pick out 2 of the plants I'll be using for this. I didn't even have to reset the game to redo the random number generator. I'm sure that the way I'm planning on doing it isn't the most efficient, but we'll see if it works. I'm using 3-4 for this because it's a pool level, so there are 6 rows instead of 5, which means more space for sunflowers. And it's the first of those that has 3 big waves, so it's a long level, which also means more potential to get sun. Of course, since this is the second time through, I actually could have done it on 3-2 as well if I'd wanted, but might as well just go based on a level that already had 3 waves, and besides 3-2 has football zombies. None of the zombie types in this one are all that difficult to deal with. Though it's an interesting note about snorkel zombies is that catapult plants actually can hit them while they're underwater. So, anyway, we obviously want sunflowers and twin sunflowers. Lily pads are pretty much mandatory. Spike weeds are useful because they're cheap and whatnot. And let's see. Snow peas, we want those. And I'm actually going to go ahead and take an imitator pumpkin. You can see how the imitator works here. You can only pick 1 imitator plant per level, but after you go there, you basically get the same dialogue as you have here, except in gray. Sadly, you can't use the imitator on the upgrade plants. I really wish you could, because then I'd use it for the twin sunflower, but oh well. So that marigold won't help us, but... And unfortunately, we did not manage to get a potato mine. In fact, that could be a problem. Let's see if I can put a starfruit out. Okay, I'm redoing this. That was dumb. Let's see what oh. Guess we don't need to use the imitator. We'll pretend that little mistake never happened. So I'm basically going to use a variant of the garlic-based money farming strategy I had, except instead of marigolds, there'll be sunflowers. Starfruits are kind of inconsistent as far as damage potential, but They only cost $125 and they shoot multiple shots, so I figured why not. Besides, I actually used starfruits when I redid 3-2 and it seemed to work out okay then. Okay, where's the second zombie coming from? Come on. I know, potato mines seem like kind of a waste of sun, but they're cheap anyway. Why do I keep hitting the... I'm gonna have to resist the temptation to place marigolds because of muscle memory, or mental memory, I guess. Twin sunflower out. Yeah, like I said, I doubt this is the most efficient way of doing this, but it's something. Next zombie, I'll need a snow pea. Assuming the next zombie shows up. There we go. Garlic. We do have pole vaulting zombies in here, so we'll need to be wary of that. And double up on the garlic. Our second twin. And that was a waste. Guess I'm putting the garlic here then. So it won't be vertically symmetrical, but I guess it's close enough? Question mark? Yeah, honestly, I actually have no idea if this is gonna work. I think I've actually never tried going for this achievement before. This would be the first time. The asymmetry! It burns! Oh, wow. They added a fourth wave to this one? Jeez. That's kind of nuts. I think it's about time to start planting our star fruits here. The idea is to get a lot of... Oh, yep, pole vaulting zombie, like I said. Planning on getting a lot of star fruits in the pool, surrounded by pumpkins, so the zombies can't really eat through them, and while they're trying, we'll get hit by a lot of things. Now, if I had the imitator pumpkin, I could protect them a little more. But oh well. Yeah, okay, this bothers me. I'm not gonna redo it at this point, but arg. Well, we're having the intended effect. Lots and lots of sun. In fact, we're actually out of places to put sunflowers, unless I decide to stick some back here, which doesn't seem like a terrible idea. Yeah. I doubt this level will be long enough that we'll be able to replace everything with the twin sunflower, but we can try. Hello, Snorkel Zombie. How do you feel about starfruit? You think it should be solar and strawberry flavored? I mean, that makes sense. Let's wait until that guy gets gone. I wish you could use the imitator on upgrade plants. I have a feeling that's going to get eaten. So much sun. I think there's a plant in Plants vs. Zombies 2 that actually shoots laser beams that you have to use sun for. Wouldn't that be nice right now? Actually, it wouldn't be, because I'd be using up my sun that I'm trying to use for the achievement. Kinda wish she'd picked something other than a marigold, something that I could have used in the strategy. But, oh well. I love the sound effect the zombies make when they eat the garlic. It's funny. They're probably good on star fruits. Another thing that would have been nice to have is the spike rock. So, yeah, another thing about this strategy is optimally it requires about 11 or 12 seed slots. Okay, next pumpkins go here and here for symmetry. I put that one there first for symmetry's sake. But we're halfway there anyway. Yeah, I think I made the right choice going with this level. Unless, of course, these snow peas and spikeweeds aren't enough. Yeah, if I could swap this out for, well, one of the other plants and swap one of the plants I have for the spike rock. And then do an imitator, I guess that would be 11. Yeah. Don't underestimate the garlic. It can be quite useful, especially in conjunction with spikeweed. Or gloom shrooms, but we haven't seen those yet. Yeah, okay, so my lawn layout isn't exactly elegant. Oh well, it's functional. You keep an eye on that garlic so it doesn't get eaten and then subsequently jumped over. Because I had that happen while I was money farming. And it made me feel bad. Yeah, I think we got this in the bag. We're already past 7,000 and we haven't even made it 3/4 of the way through the stage. I wonder if it would be that much harder to do it without the twin sunflowers. I wonder how high the sun meter goes. Or counter or whatever. And there we go, Sunny Days achievement. So yeah, this one was actually easier than I expected it to be. I really haven't had much in the way of danger here so far. I mean, at this point I could just dig up half the sunflowers if I wanted to, but why not? Why not just see how much sun we can get? Wouldn't it be nice if I'd brought the cob cannon or wintermelon or something like that along? How many sunflowers do I have, in fact? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 26 of them, I guess. Which is more than twice as many as I would normally have, and that's just counting the twin sunflowers as one. Oh! I actually maxed out the sun counter. It only goes up to 9,990, apparently. Now, if it were infinite, how much I would have had at the end of this stage, I guess I'll leave that as an exercise for the viewer. off chance somebody actually gets that far. Black indeed. Black, why wasn't the sun counter go higher? I wonder how high I'd get if I just did a regular, normal layout. No fancy tricks with the garlic, or anything like that. I just did the normal 2 columns. Yeah, I know. I don't need more sun at this point. I've already completed the achievement and all, but... Something got eaten. Oh! That's not good. You know, why does everything in this game need to be multiples of 10 anyway? I don't know, I guess because some of it gives you multiples of 5, otherwise it wouldn't work. I wonder if you could theoretically get 9,995 sun. I also don't think I really needed to pick 3-4. I could have probably gotten away with picking 1-1 if I'd wanted, or 1-2 since I already used 1-1 for the other thing. I'm gonna consider this my player character's summer vacation home, like in Florida or something. Nope, you can't get 99.95 it looks like. Maybe? Maybe if you hit it exactly like you were at 99.80 and got one of the little suns from the sun shroom. Oh no! Wait, how'd I end up with 99.40? Anyway, yeah, I think we definitely got that Sunny Days achievement. We got, like, probably 4 or 5 times that, if not more. So yeah, anyway, moving on. Okay, back to 410. So, what new kinds of shenanigans do we have going on this time? Yeah, restart level, I know. I didn't die on this one. I just kind of scoped out the beginning of the level for testing purposes. Yeah, why did it get so dark all of a sudden? This can't be good. Oh well, hope you survive the night. So, zombie types. That guy's new. We don't remember seeing him there before, do we? Okay. That is probably not enough to do the job, but we can hope. I will say the early game on this one is tough. Hopefully that'll be enough. Yeah, okay, so I can't see a lot of the time, but, like, at least when you can see in this one, you can see the entire field, instead of just the leftmost third of it. Which is more than I can say for the rest of World 4. I actually forgot how irritating the fog levels were until I had to replay them all. Clovers are not super useful right now. And in fact, they'll be completely useless once we get once we get a cactus in each row. But oh well. I suppose they're there if we need them. Oops, I'm actually not sure if I meant to plant that. And let's see, it's probably going to get eaten. Oh, it actually didn't. So that takes care of our four of our rows. Make that 5 as far as balloon zombies go. And it'll be 6 once I can actually get another lily pad. I guess one thing I will say about this stage as far as difficulty goes is that you don't get much as far as offense goes. It's pretty much just star fruits and cactus plants. Let's see. Put a magnet shroom down here. Maybe. We should be reasonably okay. I think something's eating. Okay, yeah, something's eating the pumpkin, definitely. Don't really have a good place for that magnet shroom yet, though. Yeah, a huge wave of zombies is approaching. There are magnets everywhere. You cannot escape. Hey, gems. Shinies are good. I'm not sure where the best place for this would be. I forgot which rows I already had. Well, I guess none right now. Don't really have any immediate use for that lily pad. Or that one. But yeah, we're probably pretty okay from here on out. Like I said, I'm really not entirely sure what people's problem with 410 is. If you survived the previous 9 levels, you'd think this one wouldn't be that much of a problem. Oh, there he is. So that is the Yeti zombie. And he drops a lot of money when you defeat him. Okay, let's see if I can pumpkin up one of these. Oh well. I wanted to do it for a magnet shroom. Magnet shrooms are kind of frustrating that way because you want them as close to the right side of the lawn as possible. But if you put them there, then they'll just get eaten. And we're running out of spots on the conveyor belt. What a lot of lily pads I don't need. And we're only on wave 2 of 3. I mean, this isn't my favorite conveyor. Well, I guess it might be. It's at least interesting. Certainly more interesting than, say, 5-5. Hard to say, though, what my favorite one is, aside from Dr. Zombatar. 310 is pretty good. I actually like all the X10 stages. They're pretty fun. Did not need that blower, but I needed to use stuff up. I'm running out of places to put stuff. I don't know what's going on. Zombie Park is frightening in the dark. Maybe you guys should eat more of my plants just so I'd actually have things to do. I guess if I get rid of these blowers, that'll free up some space. See some of this delicious salad. See, there's a magnet shroom out front. And some buckethead is getting the snot beaten out of him. As well as some balloon zombies. Forgot where my split peas were, but... when you don't have enough magnet shrooms... or when they're all being taken up by... when they're all being taken up by things like bucket heads. I don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing? What do I do to me? There it is. No point in even placing any more plants at this point, but... there we go. So yeah, Yeti Zombie gives you 5 gems when you defeat him. And we'll worry about this stage in a bit. Point is... actually, don't you get a... yeah, Cryptozombologist discovered the Yeti Zombie. We'll check out his entry in the almanac in a bit. And I'll go ahead and water my Zen Garden. As you can see, we have a lot more plants now, and I did manage to save up for the nighttime garden. Not that I have a large variety of plants for it or anything. But anyway, let's move on to the next achievement. Okay, so our next achievement, we can actually get right in this very next level. This time we want to complete a roof stage without using any catapult plants. And Crazy Dave seems to be sabotaging us with this kernel pult here. So I'd say that this one is harder than Don't Pee in the Pool, as well as Sunny Days, but it's still probably easier than not planting mushrooms, or anything but mushrooms, during the day. We can still put things on column 5 that aren't catapult plants safely, so... we'll use those. Tall nuts are always a good idea, and since columns 3 and 4 will pretty much be throwaways, we might as well take some marigolds. As for the rest of our offense, I'm not really sure. I'll grab some of those and some of those, I guess. But beyond that... I guess one thing I haven't tried is using garlics on these, but I feel like that wouldn't help much since we can't use... we don't have enough plants and we can't use spikeweeds. I don't know. Sure, we'll go with that. Oh. Right. Well, we can't forget sunflowers, now can we? Obviously, we can use all the potato mines we want to, since they're not catapult plants. Put that there, and there we go. I brought the marigold because, like I said, columns 3 and 4 will basically be throwaways, so I might as well fill them with something. Since there's nothing else that would be particularly useful in this stage, if I can't use catapult plants, why not put some marigolds there and make a little extra money? Obviously, we're going to want snow peas in column 5. Probably going to have to move the tall nuts up to 7. In fact, I wonder if I should have brought something that shoots backward in case of bungee zombies. Oh well, we'll have to see how it goes, I guess. Come on, one more. Thank you. At least we won't be quite as strapped for sun as we were in World 4 because it's a daytime stage. Not that you saw that, but I had to deal with it, and just, honestly, just why, as far as that one goes. Like, you'd think that having both fog or you'd think that having both the pool and the, nighttime setting would be enough of a handicap, but no, they had to throw in not being able to see the rightmost 2/3 of the screen as well, and yeah, not a fan. Not particularly a fan. Also, since we're putting all our plants in, all our shooty plants anyway, in column 5 and beyond, we won't have as much time to deal with the zombies, because they'll close the distance quicker. Come on, Snopey, you got this. Now, of course, if a zombie goes there... I don't know why I did that, but... fortunately, tall nuts can take the abuse. Two waves of zombies in this one. Because it's the second time through, and I think it's pretty clear at this point that they did indeed add an extra wave of zombies to everything. So 3 Peters can't go there because they'll just run into the... Let's stick a repeater there. If I can spare the sun, maybe I can put the repeaters on the top and bottom rows and the 3 Peters in the others. And maybe I can not place the tall nut when I should have. It's mainly the bungee zombies I'm worried about. Like, I know the usual thing when it comes to those... you're limited to this subset of plants type challenges is to do it on the easiest stage that it's possible to do it on, which in this case is 5-1. But we still have bungee zombies to deal with, and those make me a little nervous. Guess we have all our nuts down. Not for long, though. These things wouldn't be as annoying if they weren't so gall-darned fast. I think we should be okay from here on out, but... like I said, thanks to the bungee zombies, I'm not counting on anything. Hey, we got another plant. I remember my first time trying to complete this game, I actually ran out of space for my plants. Even between all of the possible Zen Gardens, all 3 of them. So let's hope that doesn't happen this time. Of course, if it does, I guess so much the better, because that means that you got a lot of plants. Oh no, he stole my flower pot, whatever shall I do? I could put another tall nut down, but no real need to, I guess. Just need some more 3 Peters and some more marigolds. Actually, probably should have taken a single-use plant just in case, because I have absolutely nothing to protect me back here. And like I said, there are bungee zombies involved. I mean, we can put one of these things up front, but... Okay, final wave. Oh good, they didn't place them way up here where I couldn't have dealt with them. See, this is why we do it on 5-1. Snow peas are just so useful. Can I at least fill in that one spot that the bungee zombie... Okay. Thank you. Yeah, like I said, that one's not too bad. And we got an achievement. Huh, I wonder why it waited until now to show us that we discovered the Yeti zombie. Well, whatever. Moving on. Alright, we have one more achievement to go for, and that is to complete a nighttime stage without using any mushrooms. And we're actually going to get the assistance of Crazy Dave here. Let's buy this rake. I'll explain what that does once we actually start using it. Also, as you can see, I've pretty much bought out his shop. All the seed slots, all the upgrades, all the Zen Gardens stuff. So yeah, we'll be showing off that in a bit. But anyway, 2-1. And in case you're wondering why I'm doing this now and not in between Worlds 1 and 3, well, that would be because I am a dirtface and completely forgot about this achievement until it was too late to do it, except by going all the way around. So, yeah. What do we want for this? Well, we can't use that. We have to use sunflowers because we're not going to get any sun otherwise. Spikeweeds and tall nuts are just generally good stuff. I can always just use my old standbys. Maybe one of these for some early game stuff. I spend too much time thinking about the decisions for these things. Yeah, just plain old pea shooter will do, that's consistent. And that on the off chance that we get to use it. That should probably be good. Let's rock. So, there's the rake. What? Now the rake is basically like a one-shot potato mine that doesn't cost sun. Whatever zombie happens to step on it gets insta-killed. And it also lasts for 3 levels, as Dave pointed out. I believe it also is guaranteed to spawn in whichever row the first zombie shows up in. So, you can at least guarantee I'll be getting a little... Yep, there we go. A little bit more early game time. I would have done it with World 1 too, but I didn't think of it. And we are going to need all the time we can get. And all the sun we can get. That'll be at a premium here. Because we can't rely on these things. Yeah. Not much happening here. I'll be lucky if I even get 10 sunflowers at this rate. I was going to use a pea shooter there, but this way I can actually get more sunflowers. Just hope that the next zombie doesn't show up before I can deal with it. Jeez, even with the rake, this is tough. It's a good thing that pea shooters are... Why did I plant that there and not here? Well, that was dumb. I guess it's... What's really a good thing is that we just have basic zombies at this point. Thinking I might just have to let the lawnmower get the one on row 4. Possibly row 3, too. Yeah. This is not easy stuff here. I mean, at least row 5 should be covered for a while. But you can see why I usually prefer to use sun shrooms, because these things take forever to plant. Were we using the mushrooms, we'd probably already have close to 10 by now. Just in time. I feel like I need the pea shooters more right now. Like, right there. Oh, 2 of them in a row, that's not good. Fortunately, when we have enough advance time. I'm not actually sure if that's going to be enough to take out that newspaper zombie. Those things are fast when they're ticked off. Whew, just barely. It bothers me that that pea shooter is in the wrong place. And we're almost to the first huge wave. Lovely. Okay, what if I put one of these here? Plain old basic pea shooters. Haven't seen those in so long. That was also way too close. That guy I'm not worried about because of the potato mine. Yeah, go ahead. Get angry at me. See if I care. And at least now we have 2 things shooting at that guy. Oh, and now the kernel pult's in the wrong place, too. I needn't have brought the tall nuts. I don't think we're gonna even get to use them. Okay, this is bothering me. Oh sure, he eats it just as he dies. I mean, I guess we did get all our sunflowers at least. If nothing else. Doubt that's gonna help, but maybe. Still not exactly sure what the timing on those things is. Also, I don't know why I picked kernel pulp. Your guess is as good as mine. Come on, potato mine, arm! Thank you! There's a booby trap for you. Let's actually go for some defense here. It's hard to say whether this is easier or harder than the one where you have to use mushrooms during the day. feel like I'm doing better at this one, but I already lost 2 lawnmowers. I guess I think is what about what I lost the first time around. Yeah, I just accepted that it's not going to be pretty. Oh well. Yeah, I know I should have put that somewhere with less defense, but... Oh, zombies are gonna come out of that grave, aren't they? Come on, butter. Need lots of butter. I mean, technically, as long as nothing gets through on rows 3 and 4, we're good, but... Yeah, these plant restriction challenges, or at least the hard ones, are basically, did you buy all the, or do you have enough lawnmowers and such? Oh, and ironically enough, I ended up with the surplus's son. Go figure. And there we go. Just as annoying as the mushroom one, but, well, maybe almost as annoying. But yes, no fungus among us earned. Complete a nighttime level without planting any mushrooms. And we're not gonna do 2-2. I think that's all the achievements, at least the ones we can get. I assume you get this from getting all the trophies, and to get the rest of those I'd have to do the other survival modes. Those aren't happening. Don't know how to do that. That's not happening. And that, I think, is a survival endless thing, but I'm not sure. Also, even though I didn't show it off because I didn't feel the need to, I also got Popcorn Party, which is where you defeat 2 Gargantuars with the Cob Cannon in the same level. Anyway, I think that's... well, we're almost done here. Okay, let's show off something really quickly here. I actually never showed off what the Gloom Shrooms and Gold Magnets do. So let's try them in Last Stand, and yes, we'll start a new game, because that one I was about to lose. And since they're both used in my strategy for money farming, we'll go ahead and do that. We need these anyway. And if we have those, we have to have those and those. Those. Marigolds are obvious. Pumpkins, spikeweeds if we happen... actually, garlic. And... I feel like we're missing something, but I'm not sure what. I guess we technically haven't seen the Gatling Pea either, but it sort of showed up in Zombatar too, so I'm counting that. Yeah, let's do the spikeweed. And the rake shows up in this mode. I mean, that's a waste of a rake, but oh well. So what we want to do here is put a bunch of gloom shrooms out front. And obviously if we have mushrooms in a daytime stage, we have to wake them up. The rake is completely useless in this game mode. And we also want to redirect zombies, so they'll ironically probably miss the rake. But we want them to get near the gloom or the fume shrooms. And we also want some of these for ease of collecting the money that we'll get. As many marigolds as we can fit in this stage. We want some pumpkins to protect our mushrooms. Honestly, I should have put these here and here and filled those spaces with marigolds, but oh well. And let's go ahead and drop a spikeweed there or there, I guess. Well, maybe we can... Well, I guess we're not going to see another round anyway. But yeah, so, money farming. So, these are pretty obvious. They just collect... They just tilt to collect the coins every now and then. Gloom shrooms are sort of like a combination of the Gatling Pea and the Fume Shroom, I guess. They shoot out 4 quick bursts of spores in the tiles around them. And so they're a close range thing, but they can be very useful if you build around them. They're especially good in conjunction with garlic, and snow peas are another good one. So yeah. This layout was actually based on one I read about in a game guide. Well, the game guide involved... Well, I guess I'm not even using all 10 plants here. Well, technically I am with the spikeweed. I think the game guide involved some regular magnet shrooms as well, but I never found them to be helpful enough here. Honestly, it's easier to just farm the first 2, maybe 3 rounds of this instead of trying to go for all 5. Because of things like this football zombie that's about to eat my marigold. Anyway, you get the point, though. Okay, apparently it specifically says you have to collect all the trophies in minigames, puzzle, and survival. So yeah, we just would have to do those 9 survival modes, but I don't really see the need to right now. So anyway, we've completed adventure mode, the minigames, puzzle mode, and we've at least shown off survival mode. We've bought everything in the shop. It's rather ironic, I find it, that the last thing we bought was one of the cheapest things in the shop. I mean, yeah, there's this and there's these, but those don't count because you can keep buying as many of those as you want. I mean, technically that's true for the rake too, but we'd have to get through 2 more levels. Anyway, point is, let us see what we were missing in the almanac. So here's our Yeti zombie. Zombie Yeti, a rare and curious creature. High toughness, special is that it runs away after a short while. So it's basically the zombie metal slime or something. Little is known about the Zombie Yeti other than his name, birth date, social security number, educational history, past work experience, and sandwich preference. Roast beef and Swiss. Yeah. And now we get to look at the upgrade plants entries. Gatling peas shoot 4 peas at a time, normal damage for each pea, 4 times firing speed, and they must be planted on repeaters. Gatling Pea's parents were concerned when he announced his intention to join the military. But honey, it's so dangerous, they said in unison. Gatling Pea refused to budge. Life is dangerous, he replied, eyes glinting with steely conviction. Cost $2.50, very slow recharge. Twin sunflowers give twice as much sun as a normal sunflower. Sun production, because that only applies to 3 plants in this entire thing. It was a crazed night of forbidden science that brought Twin Sunflower into existence. Thunder crashed overhead, strange lights flickered, even the very roaring wind seemed to hiss its angry denial, but to no avail. Twin Sunflower was alive! Alive! Cost $1.50, very slow recharge. Gloom shrooms release heavy fumes in an area around themselves, and they're an upgrade to the fume shroom. I've always enjoyed releasing heavy fumes, said Gloom Shroom. I know a lot of people aren't cool with that. They say it's rude or that it smells bad. All I can say is, would you rather have your brain eaten by zombies? 150, very slow recharge. I'm sensing a theme here. Cattail. They can attack any lane and shoot balloon zombies too. Shoot down. And they're technically an upgrade to the lily pad. Woof, says Cattail. Woof, woof, woof. Does this confuse you? Do you expect me to say meow like a cat just because the word cat is in my name and I also look like a cat? That's not how things work around here. I refuse to be pigeonholed. Okay then, if you insist. I mean, they're kind of cute, but yeah, it costs $2.25. Very slow recharge. Winter melons do heavy damage and shoot slow groups of zombies. Very heavy damage, which wait, does it actually increase the damage? I know you can't always rely on these stats. Loud range, half firing speed, damage and freeze nearby enemies on impact. Upgrade to the melon pult. Wintermelon tries to calm his nerves. He hears the zombies approach. Will he make it? Will anyone make it? Well, that's ominous. Costs 200, very slow recharge. Gold magnets collect coins and diamonds for you. And they're almost completely useless in adventure mode. This is like the last upgrade plant you need to get. And they're an upgrade of sorts to the magnet shrooms, or at least that's what they go on. How did I end up here? Asks Gold Magnet. I was on the fast track. Corner office, full benefits, stock options. I was going to be vice president of Midwestern operations. Now I'm here on this lawn in serious danger of being eaten to death. Ooh, a coin. Okay then. Again, there's no context for any of that. Only costs 50, very slow recharge. Interesting thing about the gold magnet is that it actually doesn't count as a mushroom for the purposes of daytime levels, so you can plant the magnet shroom and it falls asleep, and then you can put the gold magnet on it and it's back awake. I feel like these should cost 0, those, because 150 sun and 2 plants is an awful lot to sink into something that just collects coins for you. Spike Rock, they pop multiple tires and damage zombies that walk over them. They're an upgrade to the Spike Weed. Spike Rock just got back from a trip to Europe. He had a great time, met some wonderful people, really broadened his horizons. Words are hard. He never knew they made museums so big or put so many paintings in them. That was a big surprise for him. Who writes these flavor texts? Costs 125, very slow recharge as always. And finally, the Cob Cannon. Click on it to launch deadly cobs of corn, as we've seen. Must be planted on 2 side-by-side kernel pults. What's the deal with Cob Cannon anyway? He went to Harvard. He practices law in a prestigious New York firm. I can't picture that. He can explode whole areas of zombies with a single corn launch. All this is common knowledge, but deep inside, what really makes him tick? Costs 500, and like all the rest of the upgrade plants, very slow recharge. I think you can actually find an almanac index, or... Oh, here it is. I was going to say, for the imitator, and I just noticed this little imitator icon here. Imitators let you use 2 of the same plant during a level. I remember the zombie wars back in '76, says Imitator in a raspy old man's voice. Back then we didn't have all these fancy pea shooters and jalapenos. All we had was guts. Guts and a spoon. Well then. And we'll see what we have on the Zen Garden right now. We've gotten a lot of new plants. A lot of them need bug spray. This is Stinky the Snail, who's also one of the last things you should get. He can help you collect your coins. And he falls asleep and we have to wake him up. Walnut's not fully grown there. We have this. We have the golden watering can, which actually allows you to water 4 plants simultaneously. Not as useful as other things. This is chocolate, which I think just increases the ability of Stinky the Snail, and since I already don't really use him much anyway, there's not a whole lot of point. This just lets us move our plants around. We can sell the plants, and we can use the wheelbarrow to take them to the other gardens, such as this beautiful nighttime garden where I got 3 doomed shrooms, and not much else. And this beautiful aquatic garden where I got 3 tangle kelps and not much else. But there's one more thing we can do. This is the Tree of Wisdom, also available in Dave's shop, and he gives us 5 tree food to start off with. So, let's feed the tree. Thank you for feeding me. Keep giving me food and I'll give you valuable information. Okay. Feed it some more. It has a leaf. Chompers and walnuts work exceedingly well together. It's no surprise considering they were roommates in college. Not as well as walnuts and spikeweeds, though. If you ever listen to anything I say, listen to this. You want 2 columns of sunflowers. I'm dead serious here. Snorkel zombies. I hate him. How do I deal? Walnuts on lily pads. That's how. I feel like... Well, anyway, we'll feed it one more time and see what it says. Psst, try typing future while playing to experience zombies from the future. Ooh. I may have to test that out off camera or something. I feel like all the tips that the Tree of Wisdom gives you are things that would have been useful to you earlier in the adventure when you can't even get the Tree of Wisdom. I don't remember when it shows up in the shop, but I'm sure it's late into the game when you have no reason to worry about things like chompers in conjunction with walnuts. Oh, there's also this Zombatar thing. Blah-de-blah-de-blah, nobody ever reads these things. I've never used this, but we'll just try the defaults, I guess. Well, I guess this one doesn't have a default. We'll give them fuzzy hair. And make it... that's too gaudy. Facial hair. I'll give him this weird goatee thing. Tidbits. Is that a worm? Ew. Eyebrows. Apparently Raven. Oh, is that supposed to be makeup? I'll do the twitchy eye. And give it some... No, not 2 eye patches. Laser visor. Clothes. Here, have a beautiful Hawaiian shirt. And a spiked chain. And a pirate hat. Backdrops. We'll just try them out. Can't really even see the backdrop, but I think I like this the best. So there, we have our pirate, Cyclops, Hawaiian shirted goateed zombie, whatever. Yeah, I'm sure. And now we get a JPEG image file. Yay. I've never used this. It seems kind of pointless. And I don't really have the time to waste, I guess. But anyway, I think we've basically seen everything the game has to offer. I guess we haven't seen the future thing, but... whatever. So, Plants vs. Zombies. I'm going to try to make this as concise as possible and save most of my thoughts about the game for the video description, because this video is already ungodly long, and I don't really have the time, energy, or patience for a full-length outro right now, I'm sorry to say. This game kind of overstayed its welcome a while ago. I can't remember the last time I've gotten this sick of a Let's Play toward the end. And it really did not help matters that I basically had to replay half the game for this one episode. I'll go ahead and get rid of this Zen Garden notification. Whoops. Oh well. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I like this game, it's fun, but I feel like maybe it's the kind of thing that's supposed to be enjoyed in small and moderate doses, not huge binges. So, yeah, I'm kind of mentally exhausted after that, and I still have a choir rehearsal to go to tonight. So I think for now I will go ahead and see you guys in the next project. Until then.